State your name for the record, please.
Sarah Morris.
Nate Thomas.
Detective Brian Chinson.
Jack.
I'm sorry, the whole name?
Jack Dempsey.
So, what can you tell me about him?
He's sweet, caring. All he ever did was look out for me.
Oh, he's evil. I knew that from the moment I met him. That son of a bitch is the devil.
He's not the kind of guy you want to meet.
And I understand that you watch him.
We're assigned as guards to look after his well-being.
You must have some fascinating stories.
Not really.
How many sessions you got on there?
Don't worry about it.
Where are the cameras at?
We are going crazy for an exclusive. Mr. Jensen.
He's not the type of guy you want to let get in your head.
Why not?
Safety concerns.
Even within the confines of his cell?
We're not talking about the common criminal here. He's as dangerous as they come. It's not simply for the crimes he committed, but for the matter of how he thinks, how he rationalizes. There are no words for someone like him. No priors, seemingly well-raised, educated. Yet despite his clean record, there's a deep-seated darkness that grows in his heart. He's cold, he's calculated, and he'll eat you alive the moment you step into the room.
It's fascinating.
What other questions do you have, Mr. Stevenson?
So, his conviction is solid?
Ironclad.
You know, there doesn't seem to be any attempt for appeals. I mean, this guy has nothing to lose. Doesn't seem like you have anything to gain. So, tell me, why does it feel like I'm being barred from speaking to him?
Oh, he can speak for himself, but he declines most visitations.
Oh, he'll want to speak to me.
He's been briefed on your proposal. He's denied it.
But I'll speak to Mr. Kralik.
Excuse me?
I'm told he often keeps Calvin Kralik on his visitation list.
He's a complicated case.
So has Mr. Kralik visited him?
Why don't you ask Mr. Kralik yourself?
You know, he'd make an excellent source of material.
Source?
Yes.
He can
Mr.
provide...
Stevenson, you're talking about a man whose wife has been brutally murdered by a deranged, sadistic killer. It's not a library book.
Of course. I just think
May I ask you something?
Certainly.
I heard you interviewed Sarah Morris for this piece.
Indeed.
Shall I also assume that you interviewed a Jack Dempsey as well?
Of course.
May I ask why you decided to include Mr. Dempsey?
He's vital to the story. It's because of him that this all started.
And does Miss Morris know that you're speaking with him?
No, I don't feel the need to appease my sources. I'm sorry, is there something wrong?
I would tread very cautiously on who you decide to interview in your reports, Mr. Stevenson. Especially a rapist like Jack Dempsey.
Jack Dempsey was acquitted of all charges, thanks to your friend, Calvin Kralik.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Stevenson. I believe we're done here.
Hello, Kralik.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, bud, I didn't mean to scare you.
I want that key back.
We need to talk.
A phone call would have sufficed.
I don't intend on spending the rest of my day calling you just to be sent to voicemail. We're long overdue for a chat.
How about this afternoon?
It's already noon. Get up. I'll meet you downstairs. I just love what you've done to the place.
We don't have to do this, you know.
Do what?
These formalities. Why don't you tell me why you're here, Jensen?
I need your help.
You need my help. What, do you need a traffic ticket taken care of?
It's about a case.
Is that so? Well, I'm sure there's plenty of lawyers around these parts that would be eager to help you.
They don't have the expertise I'm looking for.
I'm retired.
Yet you still have a license to practice.
What's the deal here, Jensen?
I'm working on a case. I have a witness coming in to give me their statement. I want you to listen in on it.
I'm not a detective.
I'm not disputing that. But I think this be worth your time.
What do you need me to do?
My sister Jamie was beautiful. Everybody loved her. People would stop in their tracks just to speak to her. You know, just to ask how her day was. She would never do anything to anybody. Why would someone do this?
Walk me through what happened, Mr. Lady.
I lived with Jamie. We didn't have the best upbringing growing up. Parents always argued. She started seeing a new guy recently, but she didn't tell me his name or anything. You know, just that she was going on a date with him. I was visiting my dad, so I stopped by Jamie's house to pick up some work clothes for the next day. When I got there, all the lights were on. I began to see blood all over the walls. Then I went upstairs, and that's where I saw her body. She was dead. But I wasn't alone. He was there too. I was scared. I tripped and fell, and he towered over me. His face was hidden. Then he proceeded to drag my sister's body out of the house. I never saw her again.
He never touched you?
No, I thought I would be next. So I waited. He never came back. I just want my sister back. We need to find her.
Thank you so much for stopping by this afternoon. I know how hard this must have been for you. If we get any updates, you'll be the first to know.
Okay, thank you.
Jamie's body was discovered this morning
What? Where?
along the Potomac River.
Why didn't you tell the boy?
We needed time to examine the crime scene.
What the hell is going on here, Jensen?
There's been a string of murders up and down the Potomac for the past 3 years. And they're only growing in number.
Murders?
We at first thought it was random. Until one occurred 8 months later. Then 6 months later. Then 4 months. Then 1 month. Now there's one happening every week. Things are starting to get serious, Calvin.
Why am I just now hearing about this?
Several news publications didn't feel the need to report them. Most of the victims live in poverty. At least half of them are minorities. They're underclass citizens, you see. Nobody wants to spend time on somebody they deem unworthy. There's no family to keep their name alive.
What do you got?
All of the victims are women, non-related. However, every single one of them have the same exact injury. Stabbed multiple times, neck slash, and then raped.
So the pattern would indicate that this is the work of the same individual. How does any of this involve me?
You'll know what ties the victims together. The killer likes to leave his personal calling card with every single victim. Expressively written, Ramesses.
No.
All of them, women, murdered the same way. All of the murders resembling an event that happened 3 years ago by your former client. Sermas, Ramesses, Richards.
Impossible.
But Sermas is incarcerated. He couldn't have left his cell. No, what we have here are the dealings of a copycat killer. Tell me, Calvin, when Moses demanded that the Pharaoh release his slaves, what did the Pharaoh do?
He refused.
And when the Pharaoh refused to release the Israelites, what did Moses do?
He called on God to bring upon the 10 plagues of Egypt.
Jamie is the 9th victim of Ramesses. Isn't this clear what this is all about? The guy wants something, and he's using the design of your wife's murder and the consequences of the 10 plagues to demand Saramash's release. Now there's going to be another victim out there somewhere, and we have to stop him before it happens. Saramash must be spoken to.
You have your officers, you have your investigators. All of this can be done without me.
Saramash won't cooperate with us, Calvin. It has to be you.
How can you ask this of me?
I don't ask of this lightly. I know what he put you through. But I'm not going to lie to you, Calvin. We're desperate. And I know he sends you letters.
Then you must be aware I've returned every single one of them.
Saramash is desperate to speak to you. And I'm desperate to find Ramesses. And I'm running all out of time. And I don't mind exploiting Saramash's desires in the process.
I can't.
Don't do this for me, Calvin. Do this for Nick. He's only a boy trying to find his way in this world. He's lost his sister, and he's lost his only hope at having a stable environment. And all for what? For some homage to Saramash? Nick deserves justice.
Saramash murdered my wife, Jensen.
And look what he's done to you. You allowed an imprisoned man to beat you, and you're out here with the living. It's time to start living again, Calvin. Saramash's time is over. Lady Justice made sure of that. You were once a strong lawyer. One of the best. I need you back in the game, Calvin. Isabel! Beautiful.
Hello, Brian.
So, we have everything all set up?
He's all ready for you.
Fantastic.
First, we have to go over the rules.
I thought we already been through all this.
Law indicates that I must go over all protocols and engagements with high-level impunity.
Fine, then I'll fill them in.
He's in a good mood today.
That's what you said last time, and you didn't speak a word.
You should see him when he's angry.
Hey, Isabel. I was thinking a little bit of me, a little bit of you, some dinner, and some movies sometime.
Drop dead, Brian. Mr. Kralik, I know who you are. There's nothing I can say that makes this experience any easier. Just breathe. Know that we're here for you. Whatever you need, I'm right here. It's okay.
You let yourself go.
I've had good reason to.
Mr. Richards.
Saramash.
Excuse me?
Call him Saramash. He won't respond to any other pleasantry.
Saramash, do you know why we're here?
I like to speak with Kralik alone.
Mr. Kralik isn't working this case. He's only here to consult with
My
us.
demand still stands.
Demand? You think you're in a position to be making demands now?
Saramash, everything you say, they can hear in the next room.
I'm fairly certain you know how this will end.
You don't owe this freak anything.
Gentlemen, let us have the room.
You don't have to do this. We can handle him.
It's all right. I know you, don't I?
Thank you for your courtesy.
I'm not being courteous.
I was referring to the correction of my name.
I believe you've been briefed on the Ramesses
I
case.
don't want to talk about that. I'd rather talk about you.
I'm not in the mood to indulge.
What a pity.
You know, giving these guys a hard time isn't going to help make things easier.
I'm not the one who needs to benefit from it.
And speaking in riddles and codes isn't going to help either.
You know me so well, don't you? Tell me, Kralik. Have you visited Sarah Morris? Have you made amends from your past? Don't sit across the table and dare judge me. I'm atoning for my sins. How about you?
You don't get to make the rules here, Searmass.
That's my rules. I've allowed you to come here, Kralik. All types of authority figures have bothered me about this Ramesses. All promising the same deals, all offering the same rewards. I don't care about any of that. I was found guilty. Lifetime sentence. I'm not trying to get out, make my accommodations more comfortable. I wanted to see you. You kept away at my trial.
You'd really think I'd show.
To witness the monster be taken away? Certainly.
And give you the satisfaction?
You know, I've not had the luxury to keep up on you, Crawley, but I can tell you become a shell of a person you once were. Probably living in squander. You still honor Michelle's memory by whoring around?
Don't you dare say her name!
You have nothing to threaten me with, Kralik. And I can't do very much for you unless you play my terms.
Guards! Get me out of here.
Ramesses is coming from me. You want to be responsible for another death, Kralik?
Mr. Kralik, so nice to meet you.
Yeah? What do you want?
My name is Randall Stevenson. I'm a reporter with the Potomac Journal. We're very interested in speaking with you.
What is this about?
We're doing a write-up on the Ramesses case.
I wish you people would have done this sooner. More lives could have been saved.
If I could just have a second of your time.
You people are all the same. Seconds turn into minutes, minutes turn into hours. Goodbye.
Please, just one.
I'm not involved in the Ramesses case.
Well, we know that Detective Jensen is leading the investigation. A source confirmed to me that the two of you were together yesterday. Is it safe to say that you're assisting with the case?
We merely crossed paths.
I see. So, this Ramesses case has a strong connection with Searmasses. There's even speculation that Calvin Kralik is assisting with it. So, is Mr. Kralik speaking to Searmass?
I'm probably not at liberty to say.
Of course. However, it wouldn't be wrong for someone to think that he could help with this investigation.
Certainly.
Society has moved on from Searmass. His story was dying. And yet, Ramesses is out there, reviving it. How does that make you feel?
It's not up to me to judge a man for his past deeds. That's for the court to decide. I focus on my job. A man was found guilty. As a result, in this instance, he falls under my care.
It's been what, 3 years? There must be some discussion between you two.
Cordial to each other?
Who do you think Ramesses is?
I don't know.
No ideas.
I'm not a profiler.
He's probably a loser, right? Maybe someone quiet. Perhaps someone who can't control themselves.
A loser. Why do you say that?
Well, with all the women he's killed, one would think that, I don't know, maybe this guy is impotent, or maybe he's socially awkward.
Ramesses is certainly someone who's charismatic. He's someone these ladies trust. Smart, built, patient.
Why patient?
What he does to these women, it's repetitive. It's perfectly replicated. You would think someone would get lazy. Doesn't seem to be the case with this one.
Searmass knows something.
So what if he does? I've checked the logs. He hasn't had any visitors. He hasn't made any calls. He has zero communication with the outside world. How could he possibly contribute to your case?
Michelle?
Michelle's dead, Jensen.
Ramesses likes to leave his name on his victims.
We've been through this.
You want to know where he places it?
I don't care.
He inscribes it on the inner left thigh.
Michelle's tattoo.
Quite strange, isn't it?
You withholding information from me?
I was trying to keep this classified. I didn't want to get you further involved.
You're so full of shit.
Calvin, we never released that detail to the public. We never addressed it in court. There should be no public documents referring to Michelle's tattoo. So how in the hell did Ramesses even know about that?
Autopsy report? Photographs?
Autopsy reports are fairly limited. What's public record is the cause and matter of death. Photographs aren't typically disclosed. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you? Someone else must have known the ins and outs of Michelle's murder. someone who must have had a direct line to the case. Therefore, Searmass.
Who else knew about the tattoo?
My unit were the only ones handling the crime scene.
Then I think it's time you turn your attention on your own men, Detective.
Impossible.
Come on, Jensen. You're smarter than this. Don't tell me you haven't thought of it.
I have.
Yet you're in my house, asking me to see Searmass again. I can't help you.
Calvin, there's something else at play here. Something that we're missing. In order to catch Ramesses, we have to figure out Searmass. He's our only chance at catching this guy.
And what makes you think he will cooperate?
Because we have you. The courts worked in your favor. The judges rescued you from Searmass's grasp. He didn't get what he wanted. My friend, your torment is not complete. And if we can just somehow dangle you in front of him, he'll sing like a canary.
Another enraptured assembly.
I'll concede. Round one went to you. Let's keep things short and simple, shall we?
Those piggies must be quite terrible at their jobs if all they're doing is running to me for solutions. I know why you're here, Kralik. How desperate can the police be for throwing a despairing lawyer back into the field?
Why don't you just shut the fuck up and tell me what I need to know?
You never opened my letters.
On what grounds would I entertain that idea?
You changed, Kralik.
Trauma does that to someone.
Oh, I know. Just look at me.
So do you have anything you need to tell me or not?
I do.
Well, spill.
I have one condition.
I'm not here to bargain with you, Searmass. You've asked for me. I'm here. Please don't make me waste my evening.
A bunch of people in the next room, their ears carefully listening to every word I say. I know that every word I make, they're quickly analyzing, looking for clues to solve this case. But I have no intention of helping the police. They're nothing but inadequate fools. But I am, however, interested in helping you, Kralik.
Fine. I want to stop Ramesses. Help me find him.
I have information that could help you,
I'm listening.
but I don't speak to an audience.
Fine. I'll have him cut the audio and you can speak to me in private.
No. You think I would believe that you would honor such a generous gesture?
So what do you propose?
The night is changing. Ramesses is rising. I want you back as my legal counsel. Only then will I share a few of the details that I know.
If I were to represent you, I would be barred from sharing further details that could be tied to your affairs, which could very well be the entire Ramesses case.
And there we have our conundrum.
Well, you've officially wasted my time.
You might want to reconsider my offer, Kralik. Ramesses and I may have similarities, but the bulk of his attacks are his own brand. There's much more to gain here than to lose.
Calvin Kralik represents his wife's killer. That's what the headline will read. Do you have any idea how that might make me look?
That ego of yours still stands in the way, doesn't it? Ramesses is trying to get my attention. You're just a pawn in his game. Clock is ticking. Time is running out. Those wolves out there waiting to get you, just like they are with me. You're disengaged by putting so much trust in the people around you to what blinds you. I'm the only friend you got.
You're not my fucking friend.
Calvin, now I know this is not like it was back in college, but the sesame seed chicken I hear is to die for. And tonight, we shall dine. Very succulent. So, I know we haven't had much time to spend together, and this is probably one of the worst times to hang out, but we haven't talked to each other in a while. You know that. It's time you cheer up, because once this case is over, we can go back to normal. You can have your regular life, I can have mine. So, when's the last time you ate something? Well, it's time to eat up, my friend.
So how can you guys eat working cases like these?
We learn to disassociate ourselves from the carnage that we see in our day-to-day lives. It takes some time, but it's our only method of defense.
So you and Isabel, huh? What's the story there?
Nothing much, really. Things never really got off the ground for us.
But you do like her.
Of course. She wants a commitment. You see what I do, Calvin? I can't give that to her. It'd be unfair to her. We're better off as friends.
Perhaps you'll get your chance one day.
Yeah. We're in a good place. We'll see.
So, what do you have against Searmass?
Excuse me?
I mean, come on. You don't do a good job of hiding it. What did he do to you?
I fought to get that thing inside of Isaac Mental Institute, to keep him isolated, so he no longer do damage to anyone else. But the courts were against it. So in retribution, Searmass does what he does best. He antagonized my men. So they beat him. Courts found out half my unit was dismissed.
Your men beat an inmate?
You act like this is a human being. Don't forget what monster this is. He's not like us. He's capable of savagery and cruelty. He embarrassed me, and he embarrassed my unit. The courts thought he was sane enough to be in prison. Maybe if he was placed in the Isaacs, none of this would have ever happened.
Searmass wants me to represent him again.
I heard.
I don't like it.
Neither do I. But every minute we waste, we give Ramesses a chance to complete his 10 plagues.
You think I should do it?
Hell no. But Searmass is up to something. We have to figure out a way to break him.
How do we do that?
He has a weakness. It's time we use it.
What do you mean? Do we really have to do this?
I want you to know I don't condone anything that Searmass has done, but that doesn't mean I'm not grateful. What the fuck do you want, Mr. Kralik?
Let me start off by saying I apologize.
No. Fuck that shit. It's too late for apologies. What do you want?
You're one of Searmass's closest friends.
Yeah, and none of you motherfuckers won't let me see him.
You're Searmass's trigger. If he sees you, God forbid what he'd do.
I'm a human fucking being, not a goddamn trigger.
Miss Morse, we could really use your help with this investigation.
You know, you're not the only ones to approach me about this. Why can't you get together with that Stevenson guy and compare notes?
We can arrange for you to see Searmass.
Oh, so now you'll let me see him. No. Whatever the fuck you guys have planned, leave me the hell out of it. Everything you bitches do is of interest to you. Never to Searmass, and certainly not to me.
Miss Morris, please.
You know, I was quite surprised when you called me, begging for my help. And it was very delightful to sit back and acknowledge that the same system that fucked me over now wants to hear my story. Tell me this. Is Jack Dempsey in jail? Did he suffer any consequences after the trial? Where is he?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Fuck you and fuck your case.
Miss Morris, I understand the pain.
No, you don't understand shit. You know, the only person who gave a shit about me is Searmass. The only person who tried to help me is Searmass, and the only person who tried to get me justice is Searmass.
By killing my wife?
No, certainly not. I'm sorry to hear about your loss, Mr. Kralik. I can't speak to the monstrosities that Searmass did. But just because I'm alive doesn't mean that I'm not dead inside too.
I take it that didn't go well?
This is hopeless.
Never mind that. I just received word that we have a lead on Ramesses.
Lead? From where?
Jack Dempsey.
You've got to be kidding me. What the fuck does he have to do with this case?
My thoughts exactly. Want to come and check it out?
Anything he says won't be valid in court if he's inebriated.
Mr. Dempsey.
Calvin. Buddy. I missed you.
We were told you had some information to offer.
Yes.
Let's start from the beginning, shall we?
I'm just waiting for my associate to get here.
Excuse me?
He'll be right along.
Mr. Dempsey, we thought you were here to give us a statement.
Hey guys. Sorry I'm late.
And who the hell are you?
Randall Stevenson. Mr. Kralik, nice to meet you again.
Is this the guy Sarah Morris mentioned?
He's from the Potomac Journal. Mr. Dempsey, this is unacceptable. We were told that you wanted to speak to us regarding the Ramesses case. What's going on here?
If I may, I believe Mr. Dempsey wanted me to speak on his behalf.
I know who Ramesses is.
Is that so, Mr. Dempsey?
How do you know that?
Well, as we all know, I've been very closely associated with the Ramesses case.
Not really.
Nope.
Well, isn't it obvious?
What?
Why haven't either of you two looked into his closest ally?
Let's not get started with Sarah Morris, shall we?
I'm not talking about that bitch. I'm talking about that officer.
Officer Nate Thomas would be a prime candidate for Ramesses.
Who is Nate Thomas?
Officer Thomas is a prison guard who looks after the welfare of Sarah Mass. He's been with him since his arraignment. He's the only one that can put up with Sarah Mass's nonsense. Officer Thomas is a private citizen. How do you even know about the detail of Sarah Mass's security?
His existence became known to us during the trial.
I know you, don't I?
Why would you think Nate is Ramesses?
I interviewed him. He fits the profile.
Who made a profile?
Nate.
Is that so? Well, if this guy is the suspect, why would he give you a profile on himself?
These criminal types, they want to keep an ear to the ground. They get off on antagonizing authorities, diving right into their own cases. They want to show the world how smart they are. I mean, it's not that uncommon. You should know.
What was the profile?
Nate has first-hand experience with Sirmas. He watches him every day. He has all the resources he needs to copy his style. He would have access to his records, including the crime scene.
The tattoo.
Nate would be the most ideal suspect, and I want the exclusive.
What?
I want the full scoop of this entire story.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. You still haven't told me how you pieced this together.
Wow. Yeah, it was everything Randall said.
I heard what he said, but I'm asking you. How did you come up with this conclusion, Mr. Dempsey?
Well, yeah, at the trial, every day in court, I saw how close Nate was to Sirmas. And I could tell from the body posture.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
Excuse me.
You fucking snake. You used Mr. Dempsey to lose here to speak about the case.
I wouldn't.
Calvin, you gotta help me out. She's talking about a civil case. I
Let
need
me make
representation.
myself clear. First, you will address me as Mr. Kralik. Second, the biggest mistake of my life was representing sleaze like you. That Sarah Moore's case cost me everything. I want nothing to do with you. You understand? I hope you're found guilty. And I hope you rot in hell.
Let's go, Calvin.
When you're ready to talk. All maps lead to Nate Thomas. Nate Thomas is the one you should be looking for. Nate Thomas is Ramesses.
You think he's right?
Nate would fit the profile.
Nate wasn't a part of your unit, Jensen. He wasn't at the crime scene. He wouldn't know about the tattoo.
He watches Sarah Mass 24 hours a day. He's got the entire playbook in his back pocket.
He's been under our nose this entire time.
I'll call it in.
Do we have enough proof?
I have enough circumstantial evidence to hold him to see what this is all about.
Are you really gonna grant that piece of shit an interview?
If it's everything he says it is, I owe it to him.
If Nate's the killer, that would mean Sirmas had a hand in the murders as well. Sirmas is way too smart to have someone manipulate him.
Unless he gave it willingly.
It's not his style.
Which is precisely why I'm looking forward to speaking with the both of them.
You're the better man.
You did a great job this evening, Calvin. I need to schedule an urgent meeting with Sarah Mass. Yes, tonight. Can you make it happen? Yes. I understand. Thank you.
What are you doing?
I'm setting up a trap. I can't have Nate running when I need him for questioning. Sarah Mass is there, Nate will be with him.
Be careful.
Always him.
Jesus Christ.
Did you find my sister?
Nick, you can't be in here right now. How the hell did you get in my house?
Did you find my sister?
You need to speak to Detective Jensen. He's in charge of this case.
You know the truth, don't you?
You need to speak to Jensen.
I need to know.
I'm not gonna change my answer.
Just tell me where she is.
Jamie's body was discovered a couple days ago. But you really need to speak to Jensen. I can't share any further information with you. Can I get you coffee or something?
Yeah, sure.
They should be in soon. You've certainly been one popular fellow, haven't you? They want blood, and they're going to get you to talk if it's the last thing they do. There's been quite a bit of buzz about you. They're even interviewing me. Do you have any idea how easy this would be for you if you just give them what they want? You know, I've always lived my life by my own moral code. No man would ever get hurt. Not on my watch. I failed you, Searmass. You know, I think about that day all the time. 6 armed men against 1 unarmed inmate. I ran as fast as I could to help you. It's a fucked up situation. The very foundation where I rooted my beliefs cracked. Justice isn't always fair, is it? I'm trying to help you, Searmass.
Nate Thomas, you have a right to remain
did you
silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law.
What is this
You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you.
What's going
Do
on
you
here?
understand the rights that I have just read you? And with those rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me?
I want an attorney.
Get him out of my face. What makes you tick, boy? Got your little puppet. Now all that's left is an explanation. You know, aiding and abetting his murders makes you complicit to his crimes. That means another trial. That means another conviction, possibly overturning the original verdict to satisfy the death sentence. Who's left to carry out your dirty little work now? I put up with your foolishness for far too long. You think you don't like talking to me? Well, you're gonna have a fantastic time explaining that down at Isaac's. The van is being prepped as we speak. You know, I like to continue our little chat, but I have much more pressing matters to attend to.
You're not like Jensen, you know? You listen a lot more than he does.
Well, he is a particular breed of personality.
Hey, did I ever show you any pictures of Jamie? She was the only one who looked out for me. What part of the river was her body found?
I never mentioned the river. Ramesses? Oh my god.
The plagues are complete. Ramesses shall set him free.
Jensen, we need to talk.
Not now, Calvin. I have other business to attend to.
There are other people we should consider for the Ramesses case.
Well, really, who?
Nick Leahy.
Nick Leahy doesn't know a thing. You think he's Ramesses?
He knows a lot more than what he let on.
So what does he know about the tattoo?
I can't answer that.
Sorry, then Nate Thomas is still our primary suspect.
Nick killed himself, Jensen.
I'll send officers over to look into it.
Where are you going?
I have Randall Stevenson meet me in my office.
Where's Searmass?
I just signed off on his trip for his glorious stay at Isaac Institute. He's being prepped as we speak.
What?
He's an accomplice to Ramesses, and he will be punished for it.
You don't have the right.
No, but I have the authority.
By law, all non-routine transfers must be approved by the commissioner or agreed upon by the warden. You will not move my client until the proper protocols have been taken.
You did it, huh? You decide to make a deal with the devil.
Until you produce the documents that sanction you to utilize these practices, I demand that you release him back into his original custody.
You dare make a move against me, Calvin?
Ramesses has to be stopped. I'll do what I must to see this through.
You chose the wrong side, Calvin.
You authorized his beatings, didn't you? And you let your men take the blame. You violated his civil rights. If you go anywhere near my client again, I will file conspiracy charges against you for the assault. And I'll declare that you provided false and misleading information, and I'll haul your ass into court.
I won't let this guy slip through my fingers.
We found it, Jensen. The plagues are complete.
Anything else, Calvin?
Isabel's dead.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, Jensen. I'm sorry.
Searmass is going down.
Transport is canceled. Searmass is to remain in custody in state prison. Get out! You knew this would happen, didn't you? You knew Jensen would do this.
I knew that Jensen has his own agenda and his own desires to fill his own self-interest.
Congratulations, you won. Now tell me who Ramesses is. Searmass, you've asked for me to return as your lawyer. I've held up mine to the bargain, now it's your turn. Tell me who Ramesses is. Is it Nate?
I can tell you this, Kralik, and this I swear by. I have not met Ramesses, but the identity of who such a person can be relies only the details.
So, it's someone close to the case. Someone you must have known, that knows you. The murders are all identical to Michelle's. The killer knew about Michelle's tattoo, a detail that was never shared to the public. Who would know of such a thing?
The answer is right in front of you. You seem to miss a key component in your studies. True, the police were closely associated with the case. True, the police probably know the fundamentals of the crime scene. But in every department there are leaks, and when there are leaks, there are always eager parasites waiting to exploit that information.
Let's go.
Searmass.
Searmass? Searmass?
You know who I am? You must be in his good graces to still be alive. I never miss my target. So you're the one he sees. Your friend was locked away in a fortress. I brought him out of seclusion. And you were the central figure to that solution. Tell me, Calvin, how do you think this will end?
You had access to all the resources. You had everything you needed to copy Michelle's murder. You're Ramesses.
Do you think Picasso would have tolerated fictitious claims to his throne? Leahy served me well, but I couldn't allow that half-wit to benefit from my craft.
I can't let you leave.
I don't do well in confined spaces, Calvin. Tell me, Calvin, knowing this is the end, what will you do your final moments? It's you, isn't it? The Grand Master of them all. The one I've been yearning to meet. I mean you no harm. My fight is not with you. I trust you find my tributes to you are worth this courtesy. I bow to you, Siramas.
And in return, you stain my work with promises of power and prestige.
You don't even know me.
But you know me. You hear whispers of the things I've done, and that moves you so. As Randall, you're only a man. But as Ramesses, you think you're a god. What gives a man such entitlement? You creep in the shadows to carry out your crimes using my design to dignify your false name. You idolize only an idea of what you think you know.
I worship the precision of it all. The morals behind it. My work has set you free!
You dishonor me.
Don't move.
You gonna kill me, Kralik?
Get down on the ground.
Your prize for glory is already in this room.
Get down on the ground right now.
You still don't see the bigger picture, do you?
Sirmas, I'm serious. If you don't...
Misjudge me, Kralik. You see me as an enemy. I'm merely an ally. Both of our lives suffer from the actions of the other. You may think I did some heinous crime, but those are only impulses to justify your wrongs. When you look ahead in life, you'll see other wonders I've afforded you. You'll marvel all the opportunities you received. Our stories are simply beginning. So you will let me go. Hello, Jack Dempsey.
Anything?
Nothing. The same shit we've been getting every day. Possible sightings, no credible photographs, video, nothing concrete. He'll slip up.
No. He won't.
You know, our focus has been finding Sirmas in the US. Shouldn't we be looking into Mexico, Canada, South America?
His passport was revoked a long time ago.
That's not gonna stop a man from crossing the border.
He's not gonna leave the country. Everything he knows is rooted here. The people he cares for are rooted here.
That's right.
You fellas looking for Searmass? I'm the best lead you got.
Sarah, what are you doing here?
I had a thought. It's been an interesting couple of months reading the headlines about the fallout of Ramesses. Don't you find it intriguing that the only people to survive Ramesses' rampage are the people in this room? The people close to Searmass. Why do you think that is?
You got lucky, Sarah.
Luck's got nothing to do with it. Counselor. Ramesses idolized Searmass. There's no way he would have harmed me. It would have destroyed Ramsey Boy's chances. Nate, the only reason you weren't in that hallway is because Searmass allowed you to be arrested. He wanted you out of the way. Calvin, the only reason you're alive is because Searmass stood against Ramesses. Swallow your pride, bitches. Searmass saved us all, and you know it.
It doesn't change things.
Out there, the entire world is on a manhunt to find him, and I don't trust the authorities to apprehend him alive. Searmass has been protecting me my whole life. It's time I protect him.
Sarah, we fully intend of putting Searmass back behind bars. He needs to be held accountable for the crimes he's committed.
Searmass was convicted of one crime.
Jack Dempsey is missing.
Innocent until proven guilty. I want my friend alive. I want my friend safe. And we all three have a unique relationship to Searmass. That means we have the best advantage of finding him together. So how about it? You bitches in or not?
I'm in.
Let's go get him.